It has been so much fun spending time with him.
This week on Married at First Sight, Claire and Cameron seem to be getting along better than ever after really connecting last episode.
I feel really good about the honeymoon so far. I think there is a different level of intimacy that wasn't there at the beginning, and so the attraction is developing and it's growing, and so it's just kind of a relief for me that we've been able to get to that point.
I think when we live together, we're gonna be great at it.
Mm-hmm.
Despite things being a little bit rocky for them communication-wise at the beginning of the honeymoon, they seem to understand each other a lot better now.
I think you will maybe give me more of the benefit of the doubt and me for you as well, where it's like, we know we have good intentions about how we want to treat each other.
Right.
Right? And it's just assuming the best, but, you know, asking if something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that.
But despite them connecting a little bit better, Cameron was feeling under the weather and ended up having to go to the hospital.
Cameron wasn't feeling great. He literally didn't sleep last night, the entire night. But he went to the doctors, and yeah, I think he just has an ear infection. So hopefully he shows up. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully he's doing okay.
Hopefully he didn't leave and go home. I don't know. But yeah, so maybe
This is his escape plan.
After his trip to the hospital, Cameron seemed to be on the mend and surprised Claire in a super romantic moment at dinner.
I decided to go back to basics.
There you go.
Thank you, Cameron.
You're welcome.
You're the bomb. I really appreciate you. I have no words for how much that means to me, because it means more than just the roses and how beautiful they are, but it's the fact that he was going through such a hard day and went out of his way to make that happen.
How's the ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, better. Apparently a course of antibiotics, and I'll be right.
Oh my
Nice,
God.
okay.
Emily and Brennan got into deeper conversation about religion and how they would one day want to raise their kids.
Do you want to raise kids Jewish?
I'm not sure.
I definitely don't want kids to be Catholic, so I'm open to whatever.
You would convert?
I would.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't really know what that entails.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't want my kids to be Catholic.
Is there a reason why?
I just think it's a little culty for me.
It's honestly just so refreshing to hear how open you are about everything.
Becca and Austin are also talking about the topic of religion. Though they were raised with different faiths, they're both optimistic about how they'll handle things together in the future.
There's so much else there where in past relationships there hasn't, and I've only looked for those commonalities, latched onto those commonalities and used those as a foundation, and that has failed me. I feel like by us building a foundation on all of the other aspects of our relationship and all of our other strengths and everything else, we will be able to get through a lot.
I agree 100%. I think we are learning how one another communicates, and I think the best way to do that is starting out with the small issues and then moving to the big ones.
Yeah.
And they're definitely looking forward to how life together will be with each other after their honeymoon.
So basically, when we move back to Denver, we're taking two very independent lives and smushing them together.
Yeah.
Think that'll be an issue? Think we'll be able to handle it well?
There will always be a learning curve, like when you blend a life with anybody. And so we will tackle them one day, one step, one task at a time. I'm excited to learn how to show up for you in those difficult ways and also in the exciting ways that, you know, like when something good happens, like with one of your friends, or if you have a bad day at work, you know, stuff like that. Just learning how to show up to you for you in that way.
While all the other couples seem like they're in a positive place, Lauren and Orion might be headed for a split. We picked things up with them as they were dealing with the aftermath of what happened last episode, when Lauren told Orion that she slept with someone only a couple months prior, and they seem to have very different opinions on how to handle things.
I just want to take the right steps in the marriage. I don't want sex to be a checked off thing with it.
Things you say don't necessarily align with this conversation that I feel like we're having.
Why?
On the
Because
things that
maybe
we're
we're
talking about.
super open
It's not
about
even about
sex
It's not even about
conversation?
being super open about sex conversation. And if you're not aware of your flip-flopping, I think we should just have a quiet meal. I have nothing else to add about sex. I think I would appreciate quietness.
Lauren was super upset at how he reacted and broke down in tears during their conversation, and he tried to apologize, but it didn't go over well.
I am very, sorry if you felt like I was suppressing something.
I don't need a I'm sorry if you felt apology. And you know damn well that's not an apology to give someone. You are more mature than that to say I'm sorry if you felt.
Then I guess I really have nothing else to say.
Their disagreement continued later into the night, with Lauren telling Orion that she feels like he's contradicting things and that she feels really judged.
And what I'm standing on is I did not judge you.
Okay.
I did not judge you.
But you made assumptions.
No, I didn't make assumptions, Lauren.
And I probably won't get a clear answer on that either.
It made me uncomfortable.
And I think that is completely fair to say.
And that's all I have to give you.
Orion was really apologetic, and at one point it seemed like they were going to try to work on things.
I think my frustrations were just so high that I didn't really feel like you were my husband. Honestly, just felt like you were a man that I met 6 days ago.
And I understand that. I think that's really fair to feel that way. You know, because, I wasn't being your husband in that moment.
We both had moments where we weren't our best selves, but I've also seen a lot of moments where I feel like you were at your best. And I think that at your purest, most genuine, that's who you really are.
But later on, Orion revealed that he wasn't sure he could ever move past what Lauren said in a past episode.
He let me know that he's just not sure if he can come back from the offensive comment I made in the hot tub.
Something I haven't told her was, one of the biggest feelings that happened to me in that moment was, I felt like a minority in my marriage.
Lauren broke down in tears, telling Claire what was happening with Orion, including that she told him she wants a divorce.
It's just interesting now, honestly. I did not even fathom.
It's so hard. I'm just so frustrated with not being, I feel understood. And I don't think I'm making it any better because I just had this huge blow up with him in which I was yelling and I asked for a divorce because he told me that he feels like I failed him and I failed the marriage. And I took my ring off today, but I'm just so mad. I'm just so mad.
But while speaking with the marriage counselor later on, she admitted that she doesn't actually want to call it quits just yet.
Do you want a divorce?
No, I was letting my passions override the goal of the marriage.
And I get it, Lauren. Look, it was a knee-jerk reaction to pain. You guys obviously have not talked to any real emotional, vulnerable extent.
But Orion says that he just can't move past what happened.
I can't do it.
Lauren.
I just gotta get myself together. I'm coming back.
Orion, she's throwing herself on the sword.
It doesn't matter what I do. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It doesn't matter. I could write a 50-page essay and give a PowerPoint to the entire US of A about derogatory terms in his nation, and it wouldn't matter to him because it's a him thing. And there's nothing else I can do. There's nothing more remorse. There's nothing I can do.